When the brisk autumn wind rolls in and the nights fill with gloom, we gather to hear stories about the things that will make your blood run cold. Dim the lights, lock your doors, and do not look out your windows. You've now entered the darkness of horror. Welcome to October's Curse. Trevor Langston had a reputation. Not the kind that earned plaques or handshakes, but the kind whispered in ambulance bays and hospital corridors. People said he was fast, efficient, ruthless even. He never froze, never hesitated, never felt anything. "Death doesn't wait for your feelings," he once told a rookie, flicking a cigarette into a puddle as a coroner zipped up a body bag. "You do the job or you get out of the way." What he didn't say was that he liked being close to the edge, liked standing ankle deep in blood, hearing someone's last words. It made him feel something, important, invincible. Then came the Highway 47 wreck. A storm-slick road, 2 cars, 1 drunk, 1 unlucky. Trevor arrived first, headlights slicing through the rain like a scalpel. The windshield of the red sedan was spiderwebbed with blood and glass. Inside, a man, mid-30s, suit soaked red, hands trembling, was wedged between the steering column and the door. "Can you hear me?" Trevor asked, crouching beside the crushed frame. The man's eyes flicked towards him. He tried to speak, only foam and blood bubbled up. Trevor leaned in closer. He could tell by the man's breathing. Wet, fast, terminal. "You're not walking away from this one," he whispered. Then, under his breath, chuckled. Not out of cruelty, exactly. More like instinct. A twisted reflex. A laugh at the absurdity of it all. The man locked eyes with him. There was something in his expression. Not fear, not confusion, but recognition. Like he understood. Like he saw Trevor for what he was. Then he died. The next day, the laughter started. At first, Trevor thought it was stress. He was pushing 40, drinking too much, running on fumes. But it wasn't in his head. It was in the walls, in the corners of quiet rooms. A dry, rasping laugh, almost strangled. He unplugged the TV, turned off the radio. It was still there. He stopped sleeping. When he closed his eyes, he saw the man's face, not twisted in agony, but smiling, watching him. Then came the stroke. One moment, he was on the stairwell at the station. The next, he was on the floor tasting metal, the left side of his body heavy and foreign. They told him he was lucky, a mild event, could have been worse. But when he looked in the mirror afterward, he saw something wrong behind his eyes, like they didn't belong to him anymore. That's when the real torment began. He started seeing flashes, in the street, at the grocery store, in reflections. A man in a suit, blood down his collar, smiling, always smiling. The laugh followed him. So did the voice. "How does it feel to be helpless?" He tried to fight it. Therapy, pills, isolation, but it grew. The voice began to sound like people he knew. A nurse, a neighbor, the cashier, all laughing, whispering. Trevor became a prisoner in his own mind, but he wasn't sure it was his anymore. Then he got the envelope. No return address. Inside, a photo. Black and white, grainy. A still frame from the highway crash, but in the photo, something was off. The man in the car wasn't dying. He was staring directly into the camera, smiling. And standing behind the wreck, just barely in frame, was Trevor, laughing. The picture wasn't possible. It was taken before he'd arrived. Or maybe, before he thought he did. There was a note paperclipped to the back. One sentence, handwritten in red ink. "You're not the one who decides who lives or dies." Trevor locked the doors, covered the mirrors, tried to block the windows with blankets, but the man always found a way in. Not physically, psychologically, spiritually. Whatever it was, it had dug itself deep. And now, every night, when Trevor wakes up choking, gasping, cold sweat soaking his sheets, the man is always there, in the corner, silent, smiling, waiting for the last laugh.